General Krell here, and this is the Origami in Space podcast.
And here are your hosts, Matil and Rice. And today, with a guest, Savanna from Fangirls on Felucia. Today we're going to talk about bounty. So what do we think?
Lovely episode. Just awesome.
Best episode of the season.
Next to Carnage of Krell
Next to Carnage of Krell.
and Massacre.
Yeah, now that's the question to ask. Which do we think is better, Massacre or Bounty?
Now you're gonna.
I say Bounty, easily.
But I don't know. They were both really good. I like them both. I don't know. I'll just say Bounty, just because it has more character development for Ventress.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make her out just be like a cold-hearted killer like we always thought she was. She's like
It
crazy.
had lots of good action, too. Lots of good
True.
hand-to-hand combat, and we don't get that very often in the Clone Wars.
True. But, however, even though Assad's Ventress changes in Bounty, that was only made possible because what happened in Massacre. And I feel that for most of the episode, she's just sort of sitting or standing aloof. She's sort of like, I don't like these people. They're all right. And then she suddenly she's like, oh, hello, little Sodi. Oh, your brother's come to rescue you. I'm going to be nice. It just sort of comes across as sudden.
But no, because she could relate to it so much that she went along with it and saved the girl.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know, something about it, it almost seems like, I don't know, there's just something abrupt with emotions in it somehow. Oh, it's sort of like, okay, it comes on to it, but it's almost like it's not completely carried out, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, if you
I
think
didn't
that's
feel like it
true-
was sudden, because in the past, in Massacre, it kind of hinted that she was switching sides here. And then, the whole Night Sister arc of Season 3 showed her differences. So I don't think it was sudden, but it was it was obviously out of character for her.
and I said that means that it was insufficient character development for her to have such a sudden change.
Still.
I like the character development, but yeah, it may have been a little too soon, but I still
Yeah.
loved it.
She's like, oh, I might be turning to the good side or something. It was just said
She
so abruptly and crudely. It wasn't said with subtlety. It was too far, too soon.
Meh. Well, if you think that's crazy, wait till you see what happens in Revenge. You have like Obi-Wan and Ventress pairing up to fight Savage and Maul. Eh?
That's going to be insane.
It's
That is gonna be insane.
awesome.
Insanely awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Revenge. I think that one might win like my respect for best episode of the season.
Well,
But
I
that's
gotta
just
see it
judging.
first before
Yeah.
I start
Yeah.
I'm
opinions
making
on it.
it
And-
looks pretty awesome though.
And back onto the episode that we have seen.
Round two.
Okay. We first begin with the cast of 6 bounty hunters. We have what's the species that Ventress killed in the bar? Anyway, we have Cleft Forehead, who died. Then we have Ventress, who made up for it. We have Lat, High Sea, Boba, Bosk, and Dengar. As I said, some of the characters sort of just seemed like accessories. Like,
It just seemed
Dengar
there.
immediately fell out of the subtram.
That was pretty pathetic. The
Yeah.
way he got taken out way too easily.
I
Yeah,
know.
that was
They-
a letdown.
like, Yeah.
And before he got to say any good lines.
He
Or
got taken
even
out.
more good lines. It wasn't
I
given
think-
his moment to shine.
Next season. I
Yeah,
think
this
the
is a
highlight
good
was
starting
Bosk.
point for him. Yeah,
Bosk.
Bosk was awesome.
He
He was
like
so cool.
the
Mhm.
detail on like the character design was insane. Like it was crazy how detailed they made him. Like how far he's gone from season 2.
Yeah, I gotta say the whole episode was incredible with animation. Everything looked awesome. The sets and the landscapes, like everything, all the purple stuff was really cool. And Ventress's new costume was really detailed. Everybody, had new costumes, except for Bosk and a little bit of Dengar there. But yeah, everything was animated awesome, and everything was so detailed.
Even the planet, it looked gorgeous. I loved that
Quartzite.
planet.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Definitely visually appealing.
Yeah.
And so what do we think about the Belugans?
They were weird. I mean, I liked their role, but they just looked really strange.
Like, I thought the part with the lips divided into 4 parts was just
That was
sort of
creepy.
weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think
That
they
was
should have
very
used
strange.
like a more well-known species for that, like the part they played. Just like maybe
Yeah.
basically anything. Like maybe they could have used maybe Kalish. Huh?
Yeah.
I thought the Kalish was just
Huh?
supposed to be a primitive people restrained to one planet.
And yet Grievous is the supreme ruler of the droid army. Okay, what species would you have preferred? Or would you have stuck with these ones?
I think it's appropriate to have these Belugans, even though I don't necessarily agree with their appearance, because it's supposed to be like it's just this one sort of warlord of this planet. It's supposed to be a little place off to the side, so it makes sense to have a small species you've never seen before. To me, it made sense.
Eh. What about you, Savanna? Would you have seen different species or stuck with these ones?
I'm trying to think if there's a species I would like to see, but I
Jiro.
can't really think of one that I would like to see. But
Jiro.
it's just, yeah. But Cad Bane has to be himself. Okay, I can't have Duros everywhere. But I mean, the Belugans, they just look kind of weird. I wasn't totally on board with their appearance. But I can't really think of any other species. I mean, Ithorians maybe. I don't know.
Thorian?
They have a hard time speaking though, and then they have to have subtitles constantly.
Very confusing. You know what else would have been cool? What if they were huts?
No.
What? Don't think there was a big hut at the ending, and then Boba became the
No,
hut.
I'm sick of the huts. I'm tired of them.
What?
And the small world doesn't really fit the Hutts anyway, because the Hutts are known for being in charge. Well, here they're not in charge, so it doesn't fit their personality.
Nah, like huts. Don't judge me. I liked Zero.
But
Oh my. Let's not get into that. That's
Oh,
all
I agree.
Anyways, but what about those ninja warriors? that were
Cage
attacking the
warriors.
train? Yeah, they
epic
were.
train robbers. They were so cool. I love their look, and I like how the one guy's his eyes were all glowy and stuff. That was cool. And man, they're like ninja train robber. I mean, it was just
Bandits.
awesome. Yeah, they're so cool. I really like them a lot.
Same. They look like something out of Mortal Kombat, though. No, seriously, they did. They look like those ninja guys in Mortal Kombat. They had those little vibro sword type.
Electro swords.
Those
Those
were awesome.
awesome.
Something different, not the same old weapons. Okay, let's give everyone blasters. No, let's give electro swords.
Yeah, that was cool. It was, with the light whips in the Slaver's Arc, this was another cool electric kind of weapon.
I agree. Fresh weapons is so much more fresh than new species, it seems. It's just more of a surprise when you have fresh weapons.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Because it really makes a big impression to you, because you're almost expecting new species all the time. Well, here it's like, ooh, it's something else.
Yeah.
Almost get sort of stuck into the groove, like, okay, we got a blaster, a lightsaber, or we have a electro staff, a force pike, whatever. It's like, oh, what? It's electro sword. Shows they actually still have something to give.
So, what do you think about next week's episode? What do you think? How it's gonna be?
I haven't seen the preview clip yet. I don't want to spoil this one yet. For myself, I usually watch the preview clips and read the synopsis stuff, but I'm gonna stay totally spoiler free from this one, just because I know a little bit. I know Mother Talzin and Savage and Ventress
Savage
probably.
might sneeze from dust.
No, I don't think Ventress is supposed to be in this next one.
Oh,
I think
really?
it's just Savage hunting down Maul and fighting
It's
ninja
gonna be
Jawas.
cool. I love Savage. He's really a neat character, so I'm excited to see him again. And I think it's going to be an awesome season finale.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love Savage too. Maul, I don't want to judge him yet, but it's Sam Witwer, and I love Sam Witwer. He's an epic voice actor, but it looks pretty good so far. Just by judging by the trailers. I'll wait and see before I make any harsh judgment. What do you think, Bryce?
I want to think yay, let's, as you said before, let's have a great ending to this season. I want it to be that way, and I really hope it is that way, but we don't know. And the Clone Wars has let us down the past before, so.
With the season 3 finale, that was.
Ugh.
Hang on. I know a lot of people hate it, and I can understand why, but I personally love season 3 finale. Those were they weren't super action-packed episodes, but they were still cool on their own.
I just thought it was sort of cliche. That was sort of a cliche thing, hunting people.
They should have ended it with the Citadel. They should have had the Padawan episodes before the Citadel and have the Citadel be the finale. like it didn't feel like a finale. Like season 1, that felt like a finale.
Mm.
Season 2, that sort of did, kinda. I think the best one so far is season 1. So far. But then again, this one may prove me wrong with that. But
yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm not judging them all yet either, because I'm still not sure what to think if I'm excited for Maul or
Yeah,
what.
I don't even know, because they're bringing back someone who I thought had died, but now he's some robotic legs and
Magic.
so next season. So that now they have Maul. So what are they gonna bring back, like Jango Fett or something? Well, I mean, he only
Seriously, I think that's possible. I mean,
I don't know
with
anything.
the whole Maul thing. I know. I think that I thought about that a while ago, and I was like, they could legitimately bring Jango Fett back if they're bringing Maul back, which would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
But
What are you gonna do?
you know, I don't know.
Have a head on robotic legs just walking around?
Could have
What
a
if they-
robotic head.
Robotic? Yeah. Well, they have like a clone. They dress him up in like Jango armor. They say he's like the new Jango Fett or something.
Yeah.
I know, they take a clone and then they replant Jango's head on the clone.
That'd be funky.
Yeah, that is weird.
Weird, but I wouldn't
That
put
would
it
be
past.
really.
But then again, they are bringing Maul back, and he fell down the shaft and got cut in half. So. Well, they have to top
Do you
Maul
think
for next season. Now they have to
Hmm?
top that. How are they going to top that? Bring back someone who lost their head?
Django.
Yeah.
No. I got something better. Bringing Qui-Gon back from the dead.
Well, they already had him appear in
After he
ghost
was born.
form,
Mm.
so
They can take his ashes and like put them back together or something.
okay now.
But he has a freaking force. He doesn't need ashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna take his ashes. They're gonna clone the ashes. They're gonna make like new Qui-Gon.
Then we'll have all
Yeah.
these dust monsters roving around.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. But yeah, but as I've heard, like, I think it was Dan. I was in a convo. They're gonna have to top Maul. Like they're saying to be topping everything. Like season 3, they have Chewie. They gotta top Chewie. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna bring in Maul. How are they gonna top Maul? It's gonna be Jango. Jango.
That's what-
Well, I heard that there's going to be some times of Order 66 next season.
Yeah, that'll
Mhm.
be cool. I'm excited for that if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I would like to, but I still say they're gonna top it with Jango.
It's so easy to put a head back on Jango or a body on Jango. I mean, come on, they can do that in like 5 seconds.
Exactly. Yeah. Like he only lost his head. It's not like his head like flew down some shaft or anything.
Yeah,
He just kind
and
of-
the character would be easy to animate. You know, it's not like they'd have to make a whole new character model or anything because
Yeah,
he
he's
looks
a
just
Death
like a clone. So
or
yeah,
the Death
it's
Watch. They already have like them.
yeah, and super easy armor, so they could totally do that.
Exactly. But yeah, I bet you that's what they're gonna go. Either that, or they're gonna have like Han Solo, like as a little kid, just show up. And,
Oh my gosh, that would be so cute.
oh my god! And yet they're bringing a guy who got cut in half back from the dead.
And a guy
Oh.
who lost his head.
Maybe.
Possibly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Possibly,
Like
as he
Django
says.
just like appeared. Like watch, like during the preview for the season finale, where you used to like Django walk up from shadows, like I told you so.
Oh, that would be so cool.
That's
Oh man.
So what do you give this episode Bounty, which we go completely off topic? Out of 10, what would you give it?
Mhm. Well, earlier I was saying a 9 or 9.5, but I realize I've been being really generous all the time. It
Well,
seems like.
What generous? What is this ridiculousness? I give it a 10 out of 10.
Me too. It deserved a 10. It
Yeah.
shocked. Well, it didn't shock me, but it was an awesome episode. I've never been this excited after an episode since Carnage of Krell. And watching it again, I liked watching it a second time more than I did watching Carnage of Krell for the second time.
Well, maybe it gets a 10 out of 10 for my bride.
That part was that was like the Clone Wars WTF moment for me. To see Boba Fett.
That was so funny.
I
Pop
know.
Oh my god.
Like he thinks, oh, a pretty little girl, and so he gets a grumpy little boy.
I gotta say though, Daniel Logan is doing a lot better at the voice acting than he was in past seasons. So I think he's been working on that or something because I definitely noticed an improvement on
Mhm.
his part.
Seemed to put more emotion into it.
Yeah, and it's like a lot crisp. You know, I don't know, it just sounded a lot better, and I don't know, it was a lot
More subtle.
cooler.
More of like determined leader and less of, I'm a kid, what should I do?
Yeah,
I don't know
whiny,
what to
whiny little boy.
Whiny kid!
One. Hopefully he doesn't show up at all for the season finale.
Oh my god. Oh, not Anakin.
That would be insane. That would be
That'd be
ridiculous.
awesome. No Anakin? That would be like a dream come true.
I agree.
You know what would be like the best? They just Obi-Wan is like the main Jedi. Like there's no Anakin, there's like no clone, no nothing.
I'm tired of Obi-Wan after the whole bounty hunter arc. I mean, I hate to say it because Obi-Wan is Obi-Wan. I mean, you gotta love him, but you know what? He's not my favorite Jedi, so I think that's why I prefer
Plo Koon.
other Jedi. Ki-Adi-Mundi, I really like him, and he hasn't been in Clone Wars for a while, so I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of Obi-Wan after all this bounty hunter arc stuff.
Well, of course he's going to be like the main one because Maul's going after him and
Yeah.
Ventress.
I know.
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, Maul's creepy like
Yeah,
that.
he's a vampire.
He looks like the character design looks really messed up. Like holy frick!
It's supposed to be crazy.
Really?
You-
I liked it.
I like it, but it looks really messed up.
I like how you can see, you know, like if you close up on the image of his head, you can see like the paint brush strokes on his face from an animation perspective. That's kind of cool.
Mhm.
And I mean, even though his face shape seems a little longer,
Yeah, I
Then-
agree.
I still like it because you gotta have it change up for Clone Wars proportions and stuff. But I think he looks really awesome, and his legs look fantastic. The cyborg legs.
Oh wait, he was supposed to have like spider legs, and then in the other
But these
shot,
are better. Maybe they're like add-ons. Maybe they're like
Add-ons?
accessories.
Oh.
You can wear more
Accessories
legs.
of Darth Maul has
like
fashion.
oh lord,
Yes.
there wears
Darth
a
Maul's
shirt.
fashion.
He's not even wearing a shirt. For crying out loud.
But that's
See, that's
another
the new
fashion
thing.
statement.
Yeah, maybe that's the new thing for Darth
He's
Maul.
technically
making a
naked.
statement.
He's technically naked because he's not wearing anything on the top or
But
bottom.
he's not obscene, though.
I like that they're using the design from that one Visionaries comic. That was awesome right there. Because in the one Visionaries comic, he's like those little chicken legs, and that's what he
Mhm.
looks like he has. That's awesome. Okay, so concluding it.
It's been great having you, Savanna.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. This is really fun.
I enjoyed you very much. You were very logical. This seems to be our most sane one yet.
Hey, wait. The two we had in the beginning where it was just you and me. Oh, I see what you're getting. Okay. I see what you
Our
did
most sane one with a guest. So anyway, may the fold be with you.
there. May the space be with you.
Say bye, Savannah.
Bye.
And now for some commentary on Bounty from JediMasterRonin.
Hello, guys. Let me just say it is a pleasure to be on the show, even if this is just a pre-made review that I recorded on my way to Coruscant. I'll be honest, this season has not been my favorite. In fact, you could go so far as to say I despise this season of Clone Wars. There have been good ones, for sure, but all the bad episodes like Crisis on Naboo and Shadow Warrior really made me doubt the future of this show. That said, I absolutely loved this episode. I know you two feel different, but I found the last episode, Massacre, to be rather plain. This one totally made up for that, though. First of all, the plot. Obviously the concept has been done before, what with the whole mercs defend an unknown cargo that turns out to be more complicated than expected. But it's really the execution that matters. I mean, I loved having a different main character than Wynakin or Obi-Wan, especially since Ventress hasn't been given much in the way of character development. The action was great, but I have come to expect that from the show now. It really does look movie quality. Another thing that people seem to be complaining about is Boba Fett's portrayal in this episode. I don't get that. He has a ton of great scenes, including wielding his father's blasters in combat. Sure, he got owned by Ventress at the end, but really, who expected anything less? It's not like a boy could beat a powerful Force user. Really, my only complaint would be the other bounty hunters, such as Dengar and Latz Razi. They really didn't have much to do other than some fighting and being thrown off the edge of the train. I do find it a little odd that they could live from that fall, when in the Clone Wars episode Bounty Hunters, Rumi Paramita was killed by a similar fall. Just a bit of inconsistency, but no real big deal. The real highlight of this episode for me was the ending. Asajj showed herself to be truly good at heart. I look at her as more of an anti-hero now than a villain. All in all, this episode gets a 4 out of 5 from me. I really hope more episodes are made of similar quality in the future.
I think you really boiled it down, Ronan, as there is so often accessory characters that just look nice but don't add too much to a plot, an error found in many genres of literature, film, movies, and other media. But otherwise, Bounty proves itself to be a strong episode based around the ties of family in 3 ways: through Asajj Ventress, Boba Fett, indirectly by using Jango's blasters, and through the Sodi siblings. And that'll be wrapping it up for this week.